Okay, here we go. The final unit of study, organic chemistry. Um, Probably one of the more difficult classes in college if you ever get into the medical field or take more science classes. However, it can be quite enjoyable if you know what it means and if you take time to do it. A lot of it's just rote memorization. So here's the objectives that we're going to hit, and there's the sections in the book that you can read further about if you need extra reading. But let's just talk about the terms here in this opening video and maybe get some things straight. So, first thing, organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is everything that's based off of carbon. Okay? Carbon is the magical element. The reason carbon is so magical is that it makes so many different molecules. It makes millions upon millions of types of different compounds. As compared to things that don't have carbon in it, we're talking maybe 70,000, which isn't that much. So this is going to be carbon-based. So it has carbon. We are carbon-based. Any living thing is carbon-based. So life is based off of carbon. So if there's carbon, there's probably life, and that's where one of the keys to life on other planets comes from. Why carbon? Because basically carbon is so versatile. All right, it can bond with anything. It bonds in lots of different ways. It forms sheets, it forms rings, it forms buckyballs, it does all these different things. All right, it's very versatile. Okay, non-organic is non-carbon based. So let's just say living. Okay, non-carbon based would be things that don't have carbon, like salt, helium, stuff like that. So anything that's not carbon based is going to be non-organic or organic. So don't think of like what you see in the grocery store. Think of things that are based off of carbon. So as we go further into organic chemistry, you're going to run into things like hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons have just carbons and hydrogens. All right. So just carbons and hydrogens. That means that they are going to make just made up of a bunch of hydrogens and carbons. That's all they have. Since hydrogen, and carbon. All right. So the whole molecule is made up of just carbons and hydrogens. In our group, lots of times you'll see something like this. And then you'll see this, and then you'll see something like that. You'll see R. R means you can have any amount, any number of carbons linked to this. All right, could be 10, could be 20, could be 15. All right, so just realize this is a variable. It says any number of carbons. Saturated in organic chemistry means that all the bonds are filled for carbon, because carbon wants to bond 4 times. And when all the bonds are filled, it's saturated. So for example, this molecule with filling in the H's here, this molecule is saturated. All the bonds are filled. All right. However, this molecule is unsaturated because it has a double bond. So saturated means when all has single bonds and every bond's filled. Unsaturated means when it has double bonds between there, or even triple bonds. Okay, so they're saturated, unsaturated, and then we have isomers. Isomers deal with different, oops, I can't see it, yep. Different arrangement of elements, but the same chemical formula. Okay, so different arrangement, same chemical formula. Here's your example. This, if you guys can see it, which I don't think you can, yep. This is butane, 4 carbons, the rest is hydrogens. I'm not going to write them in. So if butane has 4 carbons, single bonds because of the A and E. This is also butane. All right, different way of drawing it. Okay, realize the different way you arrange them matters. Okay, it really does matter. So they have the same chemical formula. All right, sorry, this is a bad example. Let's put it off the middle. They have the same chemical formula. In other words, C4H, what do we got here? H10, C4H10, and this is also C4H10. They have different names, but they have the same chemical formula. So different arrangement, same chemical formula. These guys are isomers. All right, and we'll work further into that as we get on. So there's your little intro on different topics that we're going to cover. If you need some further reading, check out the chapters in the book. Hope this video helped.